Hello, my book besties. It's Dano, and today we're doing another reading vlog. So for this reading vlog, I'm borrowing this idea from Gavin Reads It All. Last year, he did a whole series of videos on the R Fantasy bingo card and had to do each line at a time, and that way he stayed on top of getting it done and reading all the books and everything. And that's what I'm going to do this year, because last year I did atrociously at this challenge, especially for something that is in my genre that I love, and it really shouldn't be that hard for me to read 25 books that can match all these prompts. So this year I'm going to take a similar style, do a vlog for each row, so there will be 5 videos throughout the year as long as I stay on top of it. And just following along. I will say I won't necessarily read the books in order that they are on each row, just because it will depend on when I get things in from the library, or when I own them, or when I can find them in all my boxes. So as much as I will be reading one row at a time, I just might be reading them slightly out of order in that row. But firstly, I thought, well, let's have a look at this glorious board. So here is all of the prompts. However, I am only going to look at the first row. So I'm going to chain all the rest up, and this is what I'm dealing with. So to go through the prompts, we've got a trans or non-binary main protagonist. We've got a judge a book by the title, a translated work, a small press or self-published, and an unusual transportation device. I will also say with R Fantasy, there is a hard mode. I am not going to bother this year. I just want to get this done. And I don't want to go and try and find something that narrows down so much to get those hard modes that I just don't want to read that book. I want to enjoy what I want to read, and I'm going to find something that works just for the main prompts. So the first book we're going to start off with is, we're going to go back to the world of Before the Coffee Gets Cold, and we're going to read the third book in the series, which is Before Your Memory Fades. I haven't minded the last 2 books in this series, and it is just a really easy read. I have the audiobook of this from the library, and it isn't long at all. Why won't you tell me how long it is? It is 7 hours, and I listen at 2 times speed, so it's 3.5 hours. It's essentially me driving to work and back, and a little bit extra. So, not that I'm driving to work today, but, it won't take me long to read this at all, so I'm going to just listen to it while I do some admin stuff, and I will check back in a little bit. Hello. So I just wanted to do a quick little update, because I have finished story 1, I guess, in Before the Memory Fades. I'm like, what's the third book called? I've got to say, I did not enjoy this. I think mainly because I really hated the male narrator trying to voice a female person, but he sounded so whiny and annoying. Like, I could not stand it. It gave me the biggest ick. And I don't know. I don't know how I feel about these stories as I go on. They're simple fillers. They're fine to use for books when I need a translation, a translated work, but I don't want to spend too much time on it. But I'm not rushing to pick these up, and so I will continue this other 2 books in this book just so I finish this one. But honestly, I'm not racing towards them. If it took, if they were any longer than what they were, I definitely would not be picking this up. So, Anyway, book number 1, she just annoyed me. And there was just but why? It's like, no. And also, I don't understand, it is widely known about this cafe and this, being able to go back to the past. The talk about it is how people find out. People are obviously communicating that this happens at this cafe, because otherwise how do they know about it? So how do they not know the rules? How do they all come to this cafe and be like, what do you mean I can't leave the cafe when doing this? surely if someone's talked about it and said that this happens at this cafe and you can go to the past, surely they've given the rules as well. But no, every time they go in, they've got to re-explain the rules. And that's the other thing that annoys me about this book series, I guess, is every story rehashes the whole, this is the cafe, this is the story, this is the tea. Like, can we just assume that we've read the other books in this series so we don't have to rehash this every time? But every time we do. Anyway, I'm actually doing some crocheting. I need to make, what am I making? Oops. Actually, now I've totally forgot. I think I need to make 108 leaves. I'm pretty sure it's 108 of these leaves that I need to make. So I am listening to this book while making a couple, and yes, that's what I'm going to be doing for a couple of hours, I guess. I just want this book over. Hello. So I have finished Before Your Memory Fades, and I don't care. Like, it was hard, and I found myself going in and out of caring. The stories are so similar, like just one after another. And like, yes, obviously there's parts that are different, but it's someone comes in, they're debating about going back to the past or whatever. They've got a tragedy and everything, and then they go back. I'm like, it's so formulaic. And I just don't care. So I don't even know what I feel like rating this one. At the moment, I'm thinking like a 2-star, and I'm pretty sure I rated the one before this a 2.5 star. I hate not finishing series. So this is going in the pile. I've got 2 other ones currently in this pile of I either finish them and just get them over and done with and get them out of my life, or I need to accept the fact that I will never finish that series. At the moment, I'm actually leaning more, well, for this one at least, I'm leaning more and more to the, I just want to, get it, not care about it. It might be different if I needed, a translated work and I needed something that was short, because this, they are really short. But there's so many other better translated works out there. Anyway, I can't even tell you what the stories were in this book, and I've just completed it. That's how much I did not care about this book. I can't tell you a single thing that happened. There was a comedian. Yeah. That's it. That's all I got for you. And I know people love these series, and I'm sure that they find them more prolific and whatever, but for me personally, they're just not for me. So I'm glad I'm done with this book, but I'm very glad to be moving on. So the next book and spot that I'm going to be working on is I'm going to be working on the Unusual Transportation spot, and for this I'm going to read A Gathering of Shadows by V.E. Schwab. This is book number 2 in the Darker Shade of Magic series, and this has the unusual transportation of going between the worlds and going through the portals between the different Londons. So there's Red London, White London, Black London, and Grey London. Not in that order. And I read these years and years ago, and I reread A Darker Shade of Magic recently because there are new books coming out in this sort of world, and I wanted to reread the main trilogy before I started on with those. And I loved A Darker Shade of Magic again, and I cannot wait to continue on with the rest of the series. So I am looking forward to getting started on this. I do have this both digitally and audio, so I am immersively listening and reading it. So I am very excited to start. I have been completing more leaves, so I will be listening to that. I actually feel like pulling out my Kindle and chilling on the couch. I've got about an hour before other people are going to be arriving, so I might just do that for an hour and chill, and then my hope is tomorrow in sprints to finish off this book. Hello. So I am at 60% of the way through A Gathering of Shadows and I am loving it. I really enjoyed the Shades of London series the first time round that I read it, and it hasn't changed for me this time around either. I am loving the worlds, I'm loving the characters, and we're getting to see a bit more of them. Layla is really becoming her own character now, and also like just seeing what's happening and everything. Like, we're getting up to some trial stuff, which I'm looking forward to. So I can't say too much because it's book number 2, but I am really enjoying it. I'm so glad that this is staying true to how I felt when I first read it. I would have been really crushed if I wasn't enjoying it as much as I did back then. So yeah, I'm still loving it. If you haven't read this series, I do highly recommend it. It is a really good series by V. Schwab. I love her characters and I love her worlds. Sometimes the pacing isn't always there for me, but I love the worlds that she builds, and they're just fun, really good reads. Anyway, I want to get back to it. I've been listening to it while doing like stuff this morning, and I'm going to go do some cleaning now and keep listening to it.
Wanna clear a bottle of Cabernet, wanna stay home, not even drink, wanna get out of my own head, wanna lay down, overthink. I wanna cry every tear I got, put on a dress, be a stranger's dream, lock up this heart of mine, wanna wear it on my sleeve. I kinda wanna hate you, but I wanna love you too. I wanna hold you close and let you go, find someone new. And I wish it wasn't, but my mind's made up in two. What's killing me?
Hello. So I have finished listening to A Gathering of Shadows. So book number 2 in the, I don't even know what it's called. Oh my God, I look atrocious. I'm so sorry. But yeah, what is it? Shades of London series by V. Schwab. I really loved it. I am so glad that I enjoyed it just as much as I did the last time around that I read it. There was bits that I didn't remember with it, and I'm definitely looking forward to continuing on with this trilogy and then moving into the next series, although I am annoyed that only the first book of that is out and we don't know when the second one's coming. So frustrating. But I have moved on to Savage Blooms. This is for my trans non-binary slot. I'm going off what is in Storograph. Someone else has uploaded that in here, so I'm assuming that it means it fits. I don't really know. I don't know which character is trans or non-binary, but I'm just hoping that a person's recommendations is going, like, that it works. I did start listening to this last night, and I'm continuing listening to it while I paint. I hate painting. Painting is the worst. As you can see, I'm covered with it, and I realized that I hadn't done an update, so I need to quickly catch you guys back up. So far, I am interested in it. I'm loving the narrator. He's doing such a great job of doing the different voices and doing the Scottish voice. Oh, I love a good Scottish voice. So I'm really enjoying it so far. I'm interested to see sort of where it goes. At the moment, they've just arrived at the house, and I don't quite know what is going on or what's going to happen. So very interested to see that, and also because at the start of the audiobook you get all the trigger warnings, and so I'm like waiting for some of that stuff to happen. But yes, I will be continuing on as I paint our bedroom today. I'm hoping to get it completed while I complete painting of said bedroom. So yes, I'm going to jump back in. I'll take you along. You can watch some paint dry, I guess. Literally. Let's get back to it. I won't take my mic in there because I will get paint on it. I am covered.
The most is knowing two things can be true. Wanna throw away your enmity. Wanna wear it to sleep tonight. Wanna wipe our slate clean. Wanna pick this thing up right where we left off. Wanna block your number, take one last time, make it another. Wish I was one or the other. I kinda wanna hate you, but I wanna love you too. I wanna hold you close and let you go, find someone new. And I wish it wasn't, but my mind's made up in two. What's killing me the most is knowing two things can be true.
Okay, so I'm in the middle of painting, but I have gotten to 61% of the way through Savage Bond, so I want to do a quick little update. Yes, I look atrocious. I'm just covered in paint. But I only have like this section and this wall of the second coat, and then tomorrow I'm going to have to deal with all the trims, and then I'm going to get my partner to take off the door and like the wardrobe doors and the main door, so that I can paint them probably at another stage. To be honest, I don't think I'm going to get them done by Friday, and also because the weather is horrible and I need to paint them outside. Like I can't paint them inside. So unless he like sets up a thing, but even then, I don't know. Yeah. Anyway, I'm going to leave that with him. He can decide what's happening with that. But Savage Bonds, it is different to what I thought it was going to be. I'm going to have to double check what the prompt was. I hope that this was like a trans or non-binary, or like, you know, because so far I don't know if anyone is actually trans. They haven't specified. So I don't know. Yeah, so I'm going to have to double check what this prompt is, but I think regardless, I'm going to count it. Like, it's still there's at least people on there that are of different sexualities, whether they're bi or, yeah. Anyway, so I think I'm still going to count it and just see how we go. But I am enjoying it. It's definitely a lot more, well, no, I knew it was spicy, but I kind of didn't know what genre this was going to be, and I still don't really know. It's kind of like, it feels like it's going to be a horror-esque with spice and smut. I don't know. It's giving me Grady Hendrix, Witchcraft for Wayward Girls vibes, but I'm liking it more. So it is set within this house that has these elves, and they're supposedly meant to be there, like solving how to get rid of the elves and dealing with them. But other stuff's happening. They're getting too busy doing each other, really, and starting to explore like each other and changing partners. So yeah, I'm really enjoying it. I'm loving the setting, and I love how descriptive everything is. I really like S.T. Gibson's writing. I read A Dowry of Blood at maybe last year now. And I really enjoyed the writing in that, and I'm having the same sort of vibes with this. So I really do think that S.T. Gibson is an author that I really connect with that writing style. I love the fluidity of it all, and I think it flows really nicely and it creates a nice atmosphere. So I'm really enjoying listening to it. I said I'm at 61%, so that's like 2 and a little bit hours left to go. So I'll be done by the time I head to work, which hopefully I'm done with this before I head to work. I need to start wrapping up and shower. So I'm going to get back to it and keep listening. Hello. So I am depainted and now at work. So I'm just doing a quick little update. I have finished Savage Bloom and I enjoyed it. It reminded me a lot of, is it Gallant by V.E. Schwab? Oh, I think that one's technically under Victoria Schwab. I don't know. But it was the same sort of like house with a mystery vibes. It was just a new adult version of that. So I really enjoyed it and I had a lot of fun reading it. The end was a little strange and that's what I was going to do. I was going to look up if the audiobook made it sound like it was in a series. So is it? Because I'd be interested to see where it goes from there. It is. Unearthly Delights number 1. Okay, there's another one coming out this year, apparently. When? In 2026. In October. Okay, so I'm going to be interested to see where that goes because it kind of wraps everything up a little bit. Like, for the most part, like 90% of it is wrapped up. So I'd be interested to see where Tangled Roots sort of goes. Okay, yeah, I just read the little premise of it. I can see that. Okay, I'm looking forward to it then. But yes, I had a good time. I think I'm going to rate it, I think it's going to be a 4 stars. It definitely wasn't any higher than that, but I don't think it's the same as what I've rated other things that are 3.5. So I'm going to rate it at 4 stars because I did have a really enjoyable time listening to it and it was really easy to get through and I really do love S.T. Gibson's writing. So yes, that is the third one ticked off on this row. So on my car ride here, because I finished it on my car ride here, I then started listening to the 4th book, but I also do have the physical of it. So I started listening to the Foxglove King. This one I'm using for the prompt judge a book by its cover because I see this around a lot of places. I've got no idea what it's actually about though, so I have been judging it because I want to read it just because I've been seeing it. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to immersively read this because I have both the audio and the physical, which is great. And I'm going to enjoy that while I do a little bit of admin before I have to teach tonight. I need to do some cleaning upstairs and get our stock together, so that's always a fun task, but I definitely want to do that with something going. And yeah, I look forward. It's saying that it's going to take me... Oh, how long was it? It was quite a long one. I think it was an 8-hour audiobook. Oh, no. Oh, yes. Okay, so I've already listened to an hour technically of it. Half an hour at 2 times speed. I'm at 7%. So I've got 7.5 hours to go. So I'm definitely not going to finish it tonight. Probably tomorrow. And then I will just have one more book left on this challenge. So I'm actually liking how this is working out of doing the 5 books. It's definitely helped me tick off these books, and I feel like I've been a lot more productive about this round of bingo than I have been last time. I am debating, though, still going back and completing the bingo from last year, kind of, because I did really like the books that I picked on there, and I still really want to read those books. So I think I'm just going to do maybe like even a massive vlog of just completing those last ones on there. To be fair, I think it was like half the board I still had to read. But, you know, that's besides the point. Anyway, I gotta get back to work. Hello. So, I am back. I am halfway through the Foxglove King, and I'm really enjoying it. It is a very easy listen. I did have to redo a little bit at the start because I was driving and I wasn't really paying attention. And, like, that was during the first couple of chapters where it's setting the scene and you kind of need to know who the characters are, so you do need to pay attention. So I did re-listen to the first 2 chapters again, but now I'm really into it. It's sort of in the middle of like things are happening and we're on the quest to find out what the hell is going on and who is keeping secrets, because things are going wrong and village people are, they're dying or being killed, and we don't know what exactly is causing it and who's causing it, but we're on the hunt to discover who is responsible for it. And I have my feelings. I know who is involved, and I want to see if that is correct. I'm also interested to see how the title plays into it. I know that within this world, people take different poisons to help extend their lives and things like that, but I don't quite know how the title and like the Foxglove King fully fits in, so I'm interested to see when we find that out. But yes, so far so good, and I'm really enjoying it. Hello, good morning. It is very early and I have just started some reading sprints. I have finished The Foxglove King by Hannah Whidden. I really enjoyed this. It was such an easy read. I absolutely flew through it and found the storyline really interesting of like what was unfolding and everything. Like, I actually didn't see the twist at the end. So yeah, really excited to get into the next book and see where it goes from there and see how the ending of this then affects where we go. But definitely looking forward to that. But yeah, as I said, had a really good time reading this. So glad I finally got to it and picked it up because it's been sitting on my TBR cart for such a long time. But yes, that is the cover challenge now done. And now we are on to the last challenge, which is a indie published or self-published book. And for this, I'm going to be reading Manix by Grace McGinty. This is an Australian author who I helped out as a table assistant at Rare Melbourne, and she very kindly gave me a whole bunch of her books, so I cannot wait to read them. So many people there were so excited to see her and were just talking about how great the books were, so I am so excited to get into this series. I don't know what this is about. I think this is a shifter romance. So Manix is a part of an Omegaverse, but it is a standalone. So they must be interconnected standalones. Okay. This is the first line of the blurb. It's not every day you get abducted from a strip club in only a thong. I'm just going to leave it there, but I'm going to get started on reading this and see where it goes. Hello. So, I am a quarter of the way into Manix by Grace McGinty, and oh my goodness, it is spicy. So, like, even just the, it's definitely, I was going to say even like the, like, innuendos, but they're not innuendos. They're just full on stating what they want and what they want to do. And there's already been a scene already with multiple of the guys in the pact. And yeah, it's definitely going to be a spicy one. But I'm really enjoying it. It's very easy to get through. As I said, I'm a quarter of the way in. So yeah, I am liking the different personalities. I do love when I'm reading a lot of like packs and why I choose books. I love seeing the different personalities of each of the people in the group and like what they bring to the table and things like that. Like you always have the brooding, like, I don't know, everything is out to get me sort of character, which in this one is 7. We have the nurturing characters, which is kind of a couple of them. We have the one that's like, you know, the cook, which is Raiden, and then like the protector, which I think is Caitlin. But yes, I'm definitely intrigued to see how the characters all develop and what they bring to the group, and also see how this like pairing works, because by the sounds of it, the guys get pregnant. I don't know. It's interesting and I'm enjoying it so far. So yes, quarter of the way in, enjoying it and cannot wait to read more. I think I've got like one more sprint to do today and then I'm heading to catch up with a mate. So I'm going to be pushing to get this read, but we'll see. I'm enjoying it though. But I need to get this read by tomorrow because that is when this video is due to come out. So, I got some reading to do. Hello. So, I am halfway into Manix and oh my God, this is a spicy spice book. And I'm loving it. But like they have just fully jumped on in. Like she barely knows this group of guys. And yep, they're all in for a good time. I mean, you know, I guess like if you're getting those feelings, like clearly like she can feel that she's one of them. And so like, I guess if you're feeling like that, you probably feel the connection and feel like it's a bit safer, so you're more inclined to just jump on in with all of them. But I don't know. I can't say I can relate. Anyway, I'm having a good time. I'm loving this story. Like, I'm loving how easy it is to get through. It's flowing really well. And yeah, I'm just going to sit here and read and finish this book because I don't have anything else. Well, I have a whole lot of stuff I should be doing, but this is what I want to be doing. So, you know, don't tell my partner. Hello, my buddies. So, did I do a 50%? I honestly don't remember if I did a 50% check-in now, but I have finished Manix, which means I have finished this challenge for this row. I have completed all the books on this row, and this was one to end it on. This one was hot and spicy and steamy and all the things that you love about a wide choose, and things are going down. But yes, it was a lot. But I really did enjoy this. I really do love the different characters. I really liked Seven. He was such a great character in this, and you could see his development going throughout the book. And I am really interested to see where this goes. It's saying this is a standalone within. It has a whole lot of acronyms on the back that honestly I don't know what they mean. So Manix is an RH Omegaverse standalone with MPREG. I got no idea. But I'm taking it that means that the other two books that I do already own are in this world but not these characters. So I'm going to be interested to see who they are and how that all goes. But if you like spicy books and if you like Omegaverse type of books, these aren't wolf shifters or anything like that. They're a different type of breed. But I do really recommend this book. I had such a great time reading it, and it is an indie a self-published book by Grace McGinty. She's also an Australian author, so if you're looking at wanting to read some Australian authors, check her out. She's so lovely. I think I mentioned this before, but I was her stall assistant at Rare Melbourne, and she so graciously gave me a whole lot of her books. And yes, I highly recommend. I'm definitely going to be reading all the other ones that I have of hers because I really did like the writing and I like the story. So highly recommend. I think I'm going to give this a 4.5 stars. Yeah, so I really enjoyed it. But that's the end of this challenge. I did complete the entire top row, which I'm very happy about. And I think I'm going to try and do this every 2 months so that I complete all 5 rows. And I just like this style of being able to get it done and making sure that I actually complete these bingos, because I always have the best intentions when I create TBRs for them. But then I don't feel like reading those books at the time, so then I never get around to actually completing the bingo. So hopefully this way I have a bit more flexibility about what I want to read for each of the rows, and we'll see how we go. All right, that's it for now. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you've read any of the books that I have read in this video, in this vlog, please let me know down below. But if you don't want to chat too much and you just want to let me know that you're here, put, I don't know, a blue heart for all the boys in Manix, I guess. And I'll see you all later. Bye.